Auroville is an experimental township in southern India. The almost 3,000 people that make up the population of Auroville originally came from over 50 different countries. But why did thousands of people leave their country of origin to live in India? Well, let's face it, most people feel like there's something missing, or they feel like there must be more to life than going to a job they hate or living in a place they don't want to live in, or not having access to the things they need when they need them without constantly being stressed out about money. Unfortunately, most people will never fully understand why they feel this way. We get temporarily distracted from this cognitive dissonance when we engage in what we're all psychologically conditioned to do, and that is try everything we can to self-maximise by competing with everyone else to try and get the most money we can before others get to it first. And what are we all psychologically conditioned to do with the money we acquire as a result of our narrow self-interest? Buy a whole bunch of stuff we want but don't actually need to try and fill the void in our lives. Of course, this doesn't work, but rather than search for a deeper meaning to our lives, most of us will just repeat the same cycle over and over again, which is exactly what's expected of us by the corporation owners and their politician puppets. Fortunately, a growing number of people are realising that reaching a higher level of consciousness may be possible if we are willing to replace our selfish materialistic behaviours with cooperative, mutually beneficial behaviours which ensure the well-being of the entire society as a whole. Auroville is a society that has been experimenting with this idea of unity since it was founded in 1968 by a French woman called Mira Alfassa and her yoga guru friend Sri Aurobindo. Aurovillians don't worship a godlike entity, but instead they meditate and believe that the universe contains a divine, higher spiritual consciousness. The meditation takes place in this beautiful architectural structure that took many years to complete, which they call the Matrimanda. To guarantee its survival, Auroville eventually had to accept partial funding from the Indian government. The rest of their funding comes from various sources, including what the Aurovillians make and sell, commercial interests, as well as donations. Many of the characteristics of Auroville's societal model would also be required within a resource-based economy societal model. However, there are some fundamental differences. A resource-based economy cannot function with government or external commercial interests, as these hierarchical structures perpetuate inequality. But as far as enlightened attitudes towards working for the good of their entire society is concerned, the residents of Auroville already share some of the same values that would occur within a resource-based economy. This is evident by the way Aurovillians have successfully implemented some of the same ideas associated with a resource-based economy. These ideas include different types of solar energy and water purification techniques, similar building innovations, development of environmental and social education resulting in a deep awareness of the importance of working together for the benefit of the entire community, and most importantly, understanding the destruction caused by money-based society. There are people who would argue that the aforementioned ideas exist in our current market-based economy, but this is completely untrue, because the monetary economy does not exist for the benefit of all people. Instead, it greatly benefits a minority at the expense of the majority. You see, as our current dominant society brainwashes us to value our lives based on the acquisition of wealth, an astounding amount of exploitation, inequality, and greed becomes the result of living in a market-based economy, which corrupts both our environment and even our thoughts. While living in the Auroville township, its people do not use money. Instead, they have their own system of access to the necessities of life. This is an important example of a societal structure proving the fact that money is an artificial resource, and that money really can be replaced by a system that benefits all the members of a society equally. Auroville is divided into 4 zones: residential, industrial, cultural/education, and international. The green belt surrounding the township is for environmental research, but it is also a resource area with farms, forestry, botanical gardens, seed banks, medicinal plants, and water catchments. Although Auroville is still connected in some ways to money, its people are doing the best they can to eradicate the negative behaviours associated with money, such as the selfishness of greed. As stated in the Auroville Charter, Auroville belongs to humanity as a whole. This strong, all-inclusive statement about the human species all coming together makes it very clear that Aurovillians want peace, collaboration, and unity between all people. Auroville is one of the many societies that are successfully transitioning away from money.